It's just another rainy day. What can you do? My net. There's my shovel. Get the old trusty shovel up and ready to dig for spots if I see any. More than likely I will not, and walk right by all of them. As per usual. Like this one. Could have walked right by you. Want to get my fossils. Need money. Badly. Might even go and do our little trip to the other area to start selling cherries, and I think the peaches should be grown at the other location, so we can try to do our back and forth trips of selling peaches and cherries. Just to earn a little extra money as we get ever so closer to getting this one debt finished and gaining a new one soon enough. The continuing adventures of Bushhead. Eventually I'll get a haircut. I mean, I probably will take the afro off because it's just an afro I'm wearing. But at least if I do get a haircut, I'll change the color so I'm not constantly a bush. Probably just turn it all white and it'd be really awful. Now my afro's gonna get all soggy. My stuff is grown in, so I'm assuming, because it's been a few days, peaches should be back at the other place. So that'll be good. So we'll be back and forth. It's a little tedious, but, you know, sometimes I have bad fishing days, so I'd rather just make sure we make a good chunk of money with the fruit. I'm still cautious with my internet. Of course, yesterday we had no issues whatsoever, and I still occasionally am running stress tests to be safe. When we finished the stream yesterday, my internet did die out again, but it wasn't until like 2 or 3 in the morning. So that's why I keep running tests, because I'm like, I want to see when it's happening, but it happened for a little bit, then it came back, and it's been fine all day today, but it has weird moments where it just drops at random points, but luckily it's been nice enough to stay on when I've been streaming, which is good. But it's only a matter of time until it just starts having issues all over again. I don't know. But that's why we keep running the tests. I don't know if I'll do another stress test type thing tonight on my stress test channel or not, because I have a lot of stuff I got to try to upload. And you would think uploading would help me see the issue too if I'm uploading YouTube vids, but I can't monitor as easily as if I'm streaming. Oh, good, you're here. Ah, pitfall. Oh, but hopefully everything works today regardless, because my computer decided that last night was the day after I finished streaming that I will be upgrading Windows. So now I'm on not Windows 10, but on Windows 11. So now I have to get used to all of this shit, which I guess I had to do anyway because, you know, it was going to stop being supported in October. Hopefully everything will just be fine. All my shit should be good. I made sure that I had to make sure that my audio was set up because I almost started the stream and I was like, I just realized there's no sound playing anywhere. And that would have been awkward. I'd be like, you guys like this music? No one can hear anything. Because OBS and my sound settings were completely different. You like this song? What song? There's nothing playing. I didn't want another, like, when we tried playing Dinkum and I accidentally had the shit muted or had the audio on the wrong setting for so long and no one even said anything or noticed. For most of that thing. It was so funny. I was like, we've been playing for like 2 or 3 hours and no one said anything. It's like, yeah, it's been so quiet in the game, no one's even noticed. There's not a whole lot of sound effects. I'm here to donate this peach. Just here you go. I feel like this is a bug. Look at this bug. No, that's a fruit. No, it's a bug. It's the peach bug. Had a heat wave today, so it's been like almost 100 out, which I know to some places that's not anything crazy, but for me, oh my god. Thank God we have air conditioning and I'm not outside. Now it's starting to thunder a bit, but it's still pretty humid out. If I was in the last place, there would be no stream because I would have been like, I'm melting. If I was in that basement area again with no way of cooling, it would have been not as hot because it's a basement, but it still would have been pretty miserable, humidity-wise, even with the humidifier thingy. Dehumidifier going. Everything would have just sucked down there. Yeah, today, this whole week, it's supposed to have been like a heat wave. It's been building up today and tomorrow. Rich aroma, that bold taste, it penetrates my very soul. Yum. The last, like, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, it was supposed to build up, but then instead it got really hot today, and it's not supposed to be as bad tomorrow, but it's still going to be pretty close to 100 tomorrow. But I don't feel all that great, because even just the brief moments as I was out in the heat, helping with certain things, lugging some groceries and stuff from family that was out, even just that brief moment made me feel sick. Because I'm like, my body does not do heat very well. Delicious chicken strips and some seasoned fries. What everybody needs. The heat just gives me a headache, and my body feels nauseous every time. Even just a brief out there, I was like, I do not do heat well. Fucking hate it. A globe. Might actually be able to put you somewhere in that other room. Not all lost. We got a globe. Oh god, it's 6 o'clock. Can I put a globe on you? Oh, come on. It's too big for that table. You're a bitch. Or is it just some reason that table doesn't like stuff on it? Nope, this is just a really big globe. All right. Well, for funsie, I'm going to just do this. Put my miniature car over here. And have my barrel. Not really how I would set this place up, but sure. Now when you come in and just see my globe. Not exactly how I'd set that place up, but I'm like, you know what? Trying different things. All right, while I'm collecting the last bit of my peaches here, I'll get the other place. Don't tempt her. Just saying the word comes already got her on the ready. Get my coconuts and my peaches while I get the other world set up so I can start delivering cherries. Not raining in the other place. Get rid of these out of my pocket, and then we can start delivering stuff. Trying to maneuver the other person over to get the world open, and then go stick them in a fucking museum or something so I never have to accidentally do something stupid with them. Okay. Oh, now let's... Nope. Okay. Fucking it all up on the other side. Yes, I would like to have a visitor. Invite guests. Do it DS to DS. I want our DSs to touch. Alright, now get this world open. Now go run and hide the character somewhere else just so that I don't keep, like, accidentally shaking trees or picking shit up or doing anything stupid. So I just go store this person somewhere so they're not doing something or accidentally closing the world. That should be good. Now we can get a bunch of cherries, or however many I have. Again, I could carry more by putting some in the envelopes, I guess, but I'm just picking up a full inventory and going. Get up. Even look, am I good? Pick these up good. Gonna get those cherries sold. $2 a pound? Not well. I think if I sell them in another world, they're 500 a piece. So I guess technically that's almost like $5, I guess. I don't know how they're doing the currency in this. Because like 1,000 bells is usually like 10+ bucks. I feel like. I don't know. It feels that way. It's like 1,000 is more, and onward is more used than stuff, and clothes are only like 200 to 300. If I sell it in my own place, then it's only worth 100. I'm not making enough for that. I need to get the most out of my cherry. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Smile. Shopper's over here. And I'm like, I gotta remember this place. I get them all confused. I'll get confuzzled in my mind. Cherry, cherry, cherry. Yeah. You don't have to wait until it's on. Just buy it. Or then it's like, why did you buy it? It was cheaper. It's too much. Clearly doesn't play enough video games. It's better to wait for things on sale. I'm just stupid or impatient, and I'll buy them right away sometimes, depending on the game, so that I may play it or stream it, but I tend to try to wait until there is a sale. Only because I don't exactly am not flowing with money. But I always like, you know, that's the only thing is my family will do that too. They'll buy shit that's on sale. I'm like, we don't really need this though. And then I'm like, now I feel like I didn't really want to eat this snack or food, but I don't want it to go to waste. Sometimes like, oh, there was like a 2 for whatever, and now you got like cookies or something. And I'm like, I really don't want to eat that stuff. I want it in the house because I don't want the temptation to do that. I lack the willpower to just not eat it. I'll be back. Gonna go sell my peaches. Wish there was like a transfer box. Just throw a bunch of shit in, it gets sent over. Yeah, sometimes I'll do that, but it's only because it's like clearly it's like a snack or a food we would all like, but it's clearly like meant for me or something, and I'm like, I'm not upset. It's just that now I feel like I gotta eat this at some point, and I don't, because I don't want to just throw it away. You know, sometimes if we just want to, we give it to someone else. But certain snacks, it's like clearly this is for me or someone. But it's like, it's more of like, well, it was on sale, we bought it because, you know, might as well stock up on like a snack or two because no one's going to want to go shopping for a little while after this. Peach, 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 peach. I am all over the place energy-wise today. I'm like, I felt good when I first got up, even though I didn't get to bed as early as I really wanted to, because I was like trying to fix some stuff. And I had like a thing family needed help with on something acting up with the laptop that they use, and I was just trying to figure that out, which was just usually like a Windows problem that it's like, oh yeah, if you just disable this or do this, you're fine, but I didn't know it at the time, so I just sat there troubleshooting everything for some whatever problem. And then I realized my internet was struggling, and then I was watching that to see how long that would take to come back, and I didn't feel like starting up a stress test. But I then eventually slept after my computer had updated to Windows 11. I was like, oh, I guess now that's done, I go to bed now. Didn't sleep all that steady, but I slept. And then I woke up and I felt fine, but then of course what happened was I ate dinner. And now I'm in that like, I'm ready to go back to sleep mode because I just ate food. My body's like, all right, now that you have food, hibernate. And I'm like, I don't want to sleep. And then what sucks is I'll feel tired and I'll feel like, okay, means I'll be able to go to bed later. Then I wake up, I'm wide awake later. End up watching Altus games. I don't know which one. Is there a... I don't know. I know of like one or two different Alter games. I don't know if I'm thinking of the right one. I don't know if it's like or anything like that. I'm not sure. I hear so many different names, so I don't really know which one it could be off the top of my head, but I'm also a little brain fogged right now. I did see something of like a sci-fi thing of a game. I think there was a demo or something to play. I don't know if I put it on my list of demos that I picked up, like at the time when I was doing those demo plays. I'll be honest, I do want to play more of that, like, Stranded Dawn or whatever the hell game, the game like RimWorld style stuff, as well as RimWorld. I also want to do more Medieval Dynasty things. I really do want to do more of that stuff. I'm the worst at planning and actually getting around to doing it, because I'll sit there and say I want to do it, but then I'll complain to myself when I don't continue a playthrough that we're doing. So, like, sure, we can have fun and have a good time playing RimWorld or Stranded, whatever, the Alien Dawn type game that we were playing, or Medieval Dynasty, but then my brain would be like, yeah, but you could have used all this time and you could have made progress on both Final Fantasy and, like, Yakuza or Sandland or something, so then I always feel like if I don't make any progress in some of those games after a while, that it's just like, I don't want the steam to be lost on them, like losing the momentum we got going for them, even though now everything died out because of the internet issue. So nothing's been played for about a month and a half. I want to get back to doing those things. I also just need to, like, if something interests me or I'm intrigued but to try a game, I should just do it. I don't know why. Like, there's a lot of older, like, RPGs and stuff. We've talked about this where I'll look at them and I pick them up or I have them or something. Whether they're old RPGs, JRPGs, whatever you want to call them. I'll look at them. You're like, that'd be fun to play. I have it. Play it. But there's something that stops me, and I think it's just because I feel like when I start something, my brain tells me I have to beat it when I don't, if I don't like it, or I think it's a fun game, but I don't think I'm capable of beating it, then that's okay. Because there's some games that are just like, they're really fun mechanically, and they could be really cool, but the problem is, I might not have the ability to sit there and want to grind it, or I might not have, like, maybe I might not have the desire for it, but I wanted to give the gameplay and everything else a try. And it's like, I just don't. I feel like everything I start, I want to finish at some point, and then if I don't, I just feel like I feel disappointed. That's why Classic Tuesday has been, slash just whatever you want to call it at this point. Tuesday has been more of a, hey there, bug. Has been kind of like that. I'll start a game, whether you guys picked on the year or whatever, and I'll play it. And if it turns out to not be as fun as I initially thought, or it's turned into, or I don't like the gameplay loop, those I've decided to turn them off and move on. We did it with that one Fallout game. Like, I don't mind the top-down camera, but the gameplay loop of how it was, kill everything in this area and struggle to find, like, the last remaining guy when they're not marked on the map, and all that shit. Just became annoying more so than fun, and I just said we'll move on, and then that's when we started Fable. So Tuesdays I've been trying to do that. General things, I should just be doing that for the stream. Where if I'm not having fun with something, then we don't have to beat it, but also it's okay if a playthrough takes a really, like, I already have accepted that my playthroughs will take a million years because I stop and do other things. But I need to just be more accepting of it's okay to play other shit, even if the playthrough doesn't make any progress on any given day. We'll get to it when we get to it. You know, you can't just force to play something if you're not feeling the mood for it. But I gotta keep it within, like, reason. I don't want to start too many things up. Like I said, there are times where I'm like, I do enjoy Rune Factory, but I partially have been wanting to play, like, Harvest Moon or Back to Nature or something, just to have a pure farming type deal instead of having to worry about gear and grinding of any kind. But I also don't want to play that right now, given that I'm already doing a farming game. Slash, like, a farming adventure game. Like, there's some things I just want to start and do, but I also don't want to just start a million things. I already got, like, we still got to go back and do Stellar Blade that we haven't touched since the 8 to 12 hour. Still got Sandland to play. We're still doing Persona, Yakuza, Final Fantasy. you know, we're doing this. The one of the mana games or whatever. We still got a lot that we're trying to do, so it's really tough for me and my brain to be like, it's okay to play this game for today, unless it's a co-op thing, and then I'm like, yeah, I get to hang out with people, but it's not the worst. I'm fine within Rune Factory. My problem is I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed when crafting comes a thing. Like, it's like, craft all this. I'm like, it's nice when I just need to find rocks and lumber or something, but then when you start adding a bunch of materials and shit, I get, like, terrified. I just look at it and I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. Instead of taking a breath and learning, I just panic.
Don't come!
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City.
With his hand. I don't know what that means. He fell into the river with his hand. Okay, didn't mean to say no. I fat-fingered everything. Yeah, I'd like to go out. Didn't you just say you didn't? Yeah, but I changed my mind again. Stop throwing bits around here. You get back to your division. You get back to your wild division. Wild vision. I still don't even know if I ever play Wildlands what that's going to turn into. Like, if I ever play it, like, again. Brandon wants to do when we did it was harder difficulty, but now given after we tried it, don't think he's gonna ever have an interest in that again. Dane said he would want to, but I don't know. After Brandon played it and he wants like a real sniper rifle, but you have to wait and all that, like forcing our way into an area, I was like, that I'm not gonna. Our conflicting play styles are just not going to go the way it's... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it with people. I don't know if I'm even going to play it. It's so far away out of my mind right now. Like, I have that and fucking... whatever the other one, Breakpoint or whatever. I'm like, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm like, I gotta play him at some point. Just a matter of when. At this point, I just don't know with anything anymore. There might have been a time when I was planning and being on top of it. Right now, I'm a mental fucking mess right now, and I have no idea when anything's gonna happen. Plus, you know, the warm weather's back, so you know who else came back into my fun life during all the time I really needed it. Some good old-fashioned shit side of the family. Now that the weather's warm, I gotta be back in the fucking situations of shit I don't care about. So it's been fun. I love having every decision I try to make questioned. And everything I choose seems wrong, regardless of the outcome. Peaches, 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 peach. Other screen when I'm doing this, because they are both linked to my controller, is it looks like I gave my little cousin the ability to play my DS, and he has no idea the buttons. Because it just looks like he's like walking into a wall, just constantly opening and closing a menu. It looks like he has no idea what he's doing. That's what it looks like on the other screen when I'm trying to sell all this shit. It's always funny when I try to come up with things to play for days or whatever. Sometimes I'll try to make it into a, like, how can I use the day as an excuse to play a game that day? And I was like, when I was trying to come up with how I could play Stalker or something and squeeze it in, I was like, oh, I know, I could call it Stalker Sundays. And then I was like, I don't really like that phrasing if no one knows what the hell the Stalker games are. It just sounds like I'm being a fucking gross person on Sundays. Or I'm interviewing past stalkers. Yeah, Sunday Stalker. It's my podcast where I talk to a lot of problematic people. Ugh. I thought of Sundays doing something like that for playing Stalker just as an excuse to start it up. I thought of it for that. I also thought of using Sundays as like my excuse to have like a farming, like instead of just Rune Factory, I'd play like Back to Nature or do both of them on Sundays, Stalker and that. But I was like, I don't need to start up another thing right now. Plus, my Sundays could easily change if co-op stuff gets thrown in. We got way too many things started as it is, and I got to start making progress in some of them. It's just unfortunate that now that I guess, internet's getting better. Don't know, because it dropped during the night when I wasn't streaming last night. But it's still been better. I've hit the wall of, like, terrible sleep. So it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. Dun, dun. Just due to a bad sleep schedule and a whole lot of when I say I'm going to go to bed and then I keep finding one little thing to keep me awake that I keep doing because I forget to do it or I want to go do something. And then next thing I know, I'm up. Please tell me you just became a helicopter. Somehow just became the human helicopter. He can snipe with an LMG. Put a sniper scope on a shotgun. I don't know. I don't know the limitations. I don't remember much about the game. He's got a dick pistol. I forget what the other one was. I think it was up here, but I don't remember because I forgot. Oh, there was a dig spot I saw earlier, but I just don't remember where I saw it. Even though they're like, huh, did we do anything about that? No, it's probably just one of our guys. No, I saw a dig spot, but I just don't remember where I saw it earlier. In this place. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it'll be fun to play it when we're on like a normal difficulty, because like I played it, everyone can have their own difficulty apparently, because everyone was playing, kept theirs on the hardest difficulty. I changed it to easy, and I was like, oh, this is how it feels where people actually are getting killed in the game. But I'm like, I'll probably have more fun with it on normal, where not everyone's a ridiculous bullet sponge. Because that was the more annoying part of it on hard, was it was like, you just shot the shit out of them, and I was like, okay, and they're still walking. I get that that helps kind of like get you to do stealth a little better, but my awareness in that game was a potato, so like all stealth games. Oh, I don't know where this is. I can't remember. I saw it, and I was like, don't forget, it's there. I'm like, if I could grab 3 of them, it'd be great. But I don't remember where I saw that dig spot. Oh well. I'll probably end up coming across it or something. Who knows? I just like that, of course, the brief time that we played Wildlands, it horribly glitched and everyone was seeing things completely different. I think, what was it, Brandon was in like an entirely different location for people. Why is no one weeding on this island? No one ever weeds. It's always the player's job. But this island that I visit, I don't play. So, I don't play it. So no one, the only person they depend on is the new person to do it. And I'm not doing it. They're like, oh, you're in debt? You should probably do the whole weed problem. Fix it. I don't even know what I'm going to play today. I haven't quite grasped my brain around what I wanted to do. Hell, I didn't even know if I was going to stream today. Like I said, I was unsure if I was because of my fucking horrendous energy. Yeah, everything was just a mess with all of our connections. Just, it didn't know what to do. Everything started to break at the end. It was fucking awful. Hilarious, just awful. I unfortunately didn't have any of that recorded because I was running into weird hiccups with the game. I think I can fix those issues now that I know a little bit better of how to tweak certain settings in the background of the games. So I might be good now, just before I Couldn't really record it because I was running into some weird problems. Hopefully, this time around will be okay, but we'll see when I eventually play it again. Getting up there with all that money. I better dump a few off to the debt so they don't give me a bag because I don't want to carry an extra bag around. Hey, mortgage. Here's 80,000 just to get you going. Now we only need to pay 220,000. Feels like something I could probably do if I really worked at it today, but I'd have to get really lucky on fishing over and over again. And that hasn't really been the case. If I could just get a shit ton of those golden rare fishes, that'd be cool. More cherries. Don't look at me. Yeah. Time for the next game. That's probably what's going to happen. After I get all my fruit done, I'll do a batch of fishing, and then I'll probably switch games. I have no idea what I'm going to play, but figure something out, as per usual. Should be the last run for cherries, because I think I'm just about all out. Like maybe, well, there's at least 2, maybe 3, 4 at the most trees left. Doesn't matter how many times I want to grab peaches over and over, but I'll probably just do this run and then I'll do a fishing and then get ready to switch, I suppose. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to go for. If my energy doesn't bounce back, it might be a shorter day. Like, it's not like we've been really going all that long anyway, but might not be too crazy of a day. God was just trying to rush me because he wants more RoboCop, even though I didn't say that was what I was going to play. That's just what he's hoping for. Deep down, he actually just wants back to nature. Or Dragon Quest Builders. Right, gotta grab some peaches. Delicious peaches. Or is it just... So many weeds. I think there's that much left, so I think this will be our final run for fruit. Well, fish. Attempt to get a batch of fish and then sell what we need. And we'll see what we do. Couple options. Play more RoboCop. We could continue the adventures of Yuffie, the materia hunter, thief, whatever you call her. Everyone's favorite. You mean Final Fantasy VII? And it's like, no, the adventures of Yuffie. And or a couple other games that are still on the list to play. See what I feel like doing. I have no idea. Once I leave, I can turn this world off, this other one, so I do not have to keep it open. I bid you farewell. Goodbye. Freedom. Now that that other world is done. Peach, peach, peaches, peaches. There you go. My slingshot. Don't know what I thought it would be. My trusty fishing rod. Want to buy fruit? At the back of my van. So I'm just doing something here. Hold on. It's really tough for me to do stuff because I'm so used to how my original layout was on doing things, and I'm Still getting used to Windows 11's just slightly changed everything. I don't know where like half my shit is. Where am I? I don't like change. It's weird. My messed up, drained, tired head of mine wants to do so. We'll run the poll and see what we get. For now, I'm going to try to fish. Fail at it a lot. Get pissed. Then eat fish. You come out from under the bridge? I saw your little tail thingy. It's an eel, man. I want the eel. Yeah, I see you poking out. I think you're an eel. I don't know what you are anymore. Yeah, you are. I was like, you look thin like an eel. They're like at least worth like 2,000 or something, I think. So they're not terrible to get. Dun, 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 dun. Where are you, fishy? I know it rained, but come out so I may catch you. Carp. Are you magical? No. Oh. Sea bass. Some of the much more pricier fish would be great, but you know, got to take what we can get. Step right up, cast your votes. Somebody's not voting. Well, if I did, it would be against the rules. I don't break rules around here. Plus, I've never actually tried. I don't even know if it would let me. Which would just defeat the purpose. If I could just vote. Hello. I'm a big boy. I'm so heavy. Step right up. Cast your votes. Only cost 2 tickets. What? What tickets? Where the hell do we get tickets from? I have to pay tickets to vote. What kind of fucking carnival act is this? Or whatever. This fair sucks. Damn it. Fucked it. Fucked it all up. I made a mistake. You get bigger than a person. It's fucking terrifying. There's some fish that I'm like, it's cool, but I'm like, oh, God. Scary. Or just like wild how big they can get. What do we do if we have a tie in the poll? Do I just like go to bed? Do I lay down and cry? Do I fall off the futon? Flip a coin. I was gonna say, do I ship my diaper? I mean, go to the bathroom like a reasonable adult. I don't even know if I have a coin. I guess I can just use a, like the program or just play whatever the fuck you want to. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. All right, if I played whatever I wanted, we would have started like 7 playthroughs of some other shit. And like probably one of them would have been Fallout. If not, it'd probably both be Fallout and Stalker would have started. And the only reason those would even be on my brain is because of people I watch streaming and or YouTube vids, some old YouTube vids I was watching of them playing those games. And they just click in my head where I'm like, that would be fun. I want to do what they're doing. You don't have any coins? I don't think I have a single coin on me. I don't tend to carry cash all too often. And if there is any loose coins, they usually go in like a bucket thingy, and I don't want to sit there and go like raiding the bucket for like this big thing we have from coins to try and get one out just to flip. But luckily it looks like someone voted. I can't play whatever I want. I would start too many games up and then DK will yell at me. And by yell, I mean he would just say something and then my brain will transfer it to yelling because I have sensitive hearing and everyone yells when they talk. He'll call me some kind of Scottish slang, and all I can do is smile and nod. That's why I only type. Doesn't mean I still don't hear the yelling. You're typing so loud. Turn into a death metal vocalist when I shout. That's all I hear it as. Oh, he's yelling at me again. Oh, you know what he's saying, but it's scary. Why does when he yells there's guitar and heavy other instruments playing in the background? Why do I hear boss music? I do not yell. I only talk in a very excitable voice. It may sound like I'm yelling, but I'm really just having a good time. Why don't you want to look at me? Look at it. Turn your head or body or whatever. Look at it. It's a boot. I guess that explains why you didn't want to look at it. Either way, at some point, I will be starting Stalker playthrough, I guess. I just don't know if I'll wait until I beat a game, like I said, or I will... I'll just be playing it at some random point in time because, you know, I want to get it going before we get closer to, just to see if I'll even like playing through them. If I don't, or I have hard time, at least I'll know instead of sitting here wondering if I'll enjoy it or not. It's just a matter of, I also don't want to do it while I'm so, like, sleep fucked, whatever that means. I guess sleep deprived, but I'll just say sleep fucked was all I could think of. Come here. No, don't look at my fingers. I know my, I was like, I played one of the Stalker games. And I was like, my bitrate's gonna fucking, like, it's gonna suck for one of them because the grass was so high. So I'm like, my shit's gonna look pixelated to all hell because of all this grass. It is not gonna look good. And I'm like, oh, that's what you get. A lot of these games aren't gonna look pretty for my stream because of the foliage or the, or my bitrate not being super, super high. Given that my internet literally doesn't know what the fuck to do with all the internet that I have, that I still use a low amount just to be safe. The fucking fire. All I know, we could do it if we ever get to a streamathon, if we'll ever get to do one. Like I said, I'm still a little worried about doing one. Not because of my sleep or lack of confidence, but because of the internet still being weird. Though it has not been bad during the stream times, I've definitely noticed it dip back to its old ways in other certain parts of time frames. But it seems like it does one dip and then stops and then starts working for a good chunk of time, so I don't know. My internet is about as indecisive as I am, has no idea what it wants to do, confused all the time, and feels like everyone's yelling at it. And nobody's been yelling. Merry Christmas. Not even Christmas. Eel. You guys are monsters wanting more RoboCop. How much death and destruction do you want? And what about the person that voted Final Fantasy? Now they're not going to get what they want. Meanwhile, Shadow's still in the corner with a sign saying, "Play what you want, fucker." I don't know why I keep checking here. It's like, anything else? There would buy anything in there? Hey, my mortgage. There you go. Now we only need to pay 185,000. If I really was determined, I probably could grind it out today. But I'm not. I've gotten enough for today. We are almost there. Probably in the next, depending on how much money, 2 to 4 sessions, and we might be able to pay it off. And then we get one more debt, and I think that'll be our final debt for this game after that one. And then we finish off Wild World after. It's still going to take longer, but we'll at least pay this debt. Then we got to pay the next one. We're good. Again, I could just leave that final debt, but that's not the point of the series. It's technically the last debt. You don't get anything for paying it off other than you're debt-free, but that's the point for this whole series, is to be debt-free. Till the next episode, YouTube.